Have you ever started your morning with a cup of coffee, a quiet moment in your chair, and the familiar comfort of your routine? For many seniors, that peaceful beginning feels harmless, maybe even healthy. But what if I told you that your quiet morning routine could be silently eating away at your strength? Not emotionally, physically. I'm talking about your muscles. Muscle loss after 60 isn't just about aging. It's about small habits repeated every morning that send the wrong message to your body. Your body isn't breaking down because of your birthday. It's responding to how you move, how you eat, how you hydrate, and even how you think when the day begins. A recent study from Tufts University found that older adults who maintain strong morning practices lose muscle at half the rate of those with poor routines. This is not fear, it's science, and it's fixable. If you've been feeling weaker, slower, or just not yourself lately, this story is for you. Because muscle is not just for lifting things, it's the engine of your independence, your balance, and your energy. Let's talk about what might be holding you back every morning without you even knowing it. Mistake one: drinking coffee before water. Picture this. You wake up, walk to the kitchen, and pour yourself a warm cup of coffee. Maybe it's part of a quiet ritual you've followed for decades. But here's what most people don't realize. Your body wakes up dehydrated. Even if you don't feel thirsty, you've just spent 7 or 8 hours losing water through your breath, your sweat, and your bladder. By the time you're standing in that kitchen, your cells are already running low. When you drink coffee before water, you extend your body's dehydrated state, which directly impacts your circulation, energy, and yes, your muscles. Dehydration thickens your blood, slows your recovery, and makes your muscle tissue more prone to strain. According to research published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, even a 1 or 2% drop in hydration can reduce muscle strength, impair balance, and increase the risk of falls in older adults. And here's the tricky part. Coffee by itself, although not harmful in moderation, doesn't count as hydration, especially not when you drink it first thing in the morning without replenishing lost fluids and minerals. Caffeine can even increase fluid loss slightly, depending on your sensitivity. Now imagine trying to get your muscles to function at their best when they're already dried out. Think of your muscles like sponges. When hydrated, they're flexible, efficient, and strong. When dry, they're stiff, slow, and more vulnerable to breakdown. To make matters worse, many seniors already struggle with electrolyte imbalances due to age-related changes and medications. That means your muscle contractions, which rely on minerals like sodium, magnesium, and potassium, may already be underpowered before breakfast even starts. So what can you do? The fix is simple and free. Within the first 20 to 30 minutes of waking, drink a glass of water. Aim for 12 to 16 ounces. That's about 350 to 500 milliliters. If possible, add a small pinch of sea salt or a basic electrolyte mix. That will help restore your plasma volume, support digestion, and improve muscle function throughout the day. This one small habit can set your entire day on a stronger foundation. So tomorrow morning, before your beloved coffee, give your body what it's quietly asking for: water first. Then caffeine. Your muscles will thank you. Mistake 2 skipping movement after waking. You might think you're giving your body rest by sitting quietly in the morning, maybe reading the news or easing into the day. But for your muscles, especially after 60, that quiet stillness might be the exact opposite of what they need. You see, after a full night of sleep, your body is wired to move. It's not just preference, it's biology. In the early hours of the morning, your circadian rhythm raises hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, not to stress you out, but to prepare you for movement. These natural shifts signal your body to wake up, circulate blood, and activate metabolism. But if you spend that first hour completely sedentary, your muscles miss their chance to respond. They stay idle, and idle muscle slowly becomes weak muscle. A study published in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle found that older adults who performed just 10 to 15 minutes of light morning movement had better insulin sensitivity, higher muscle regeneration activity, and lower levels of inflammation. It didn't take a gym or equipment, just a walk, some stretching or basic bodyweight moves like wall push-ups or chair squats. Skipping this window of opportunity has real consequences. Without movement, your muscles receive no demand, no challenge, no reason to preserve themselves. And over time, your body adapts to that inactivity by breaking muscle down. That's how muscle loss, sarcopenia, quietly progresses, not with dramatic changes, but with one uneventful morning after another. The solution doesn't need to be intense. In fact, it shouldn't be, especially if your joints or balance are sensitive. What matters is activation, sending a signal to your body that strength still matters. Just 5 to 10 minutes of light activity within the first 30 to 45 minutes of waking is enough to start that signal. Try stepping outside for a slow-paced walk around the block, or stay inside and do a few standing stretches. Even something as simple as raising your heels off the ground while brushing your teeth can begin to re-engage your lower leg muscles and stabilize your balance. Movement isn't just about burning calories. It's about reminding your body that you're still using it, still building, still resisting decline. If your mornings are slow, that's okay, but they shouldn't be still. Your muscles are waiting for direction. Give them one. Mistake 3 skipping or misbuilding breakfast. For many seniors, breakfast has become optional, especially if the morning appetite is low or the routine feels rushed. But what most people don't realize is that your first meal after waking carries more biological weight than any other meal all day. After sleeping for 6 to 8 hours, your body has entered a natural fasted state. And during this state, it begins tapping into its reserves for fuel and repair. If you delay or skip breakfast, your body will start breaking down muscle tissue to get the energy and amino acids it needs. This is where the concept of muscle full effect becomes essential. It refers to a short period right after waking up when your muscles are most receptive to nutrients, especially protein. During this window, a sufficient amount of high-quality protein can stimulate muscle protein synthesis, the process that helps maintain and rebuild muscle. But if you miss that opportunity, your body shifts toward a catabolic state, meaning it begins breaking muscle down faster than it can rebuild it. Researchers at McMaster University conducted a study showing that older adults who consumed 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein within 90 minutes of waking retained significantly more lean mass and had better mobility compared to those who delayed protein intake. This isn't about consuming more calories. It's about timing and quality. As you age, your body becomes more resistant to muscle building signals, meaning you need more targeted nutrition at more strategic times, especially in the morning. Now let's talk about what a misbuilt breakfast actually looks like. If your typical breakfast includes toast with jam, sweet cereal, a banana with coffee, or fruit juice alone, you might think you're choosing something light and healthy. In reality, these choices are high in sugar and low in protein, which causes blood sugar to spike and then crash. This crash triggers the release of cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone, which unfortunately is also a muscle breakdown signal. To prevent this, your morning meal should begin with at least 25 to 35 grams of complete protein, paired with healthy fats and slow digesting carbohydrates. That combination helps maintain stable energy levels, reduces inflammation, and supports the body's repair systems. Great options include scrambled eggs with avocado and whole grain toast, Greek yogurt topped with berries and flaxseed, or a smoothie made with whey protein, almond milk, and frozen spinach. If you prefer plant-based meals, lentils, tofu, or quinoa provide excellent leucine-rich amino acids which are vital for stimulating muscle repair. The key is not just eating, but eating with purpose. You're not feeding your hunger, you're feeding your strength. Skipping or misbuilding breakfast is one of the fastest ways to accelerate muscle loss after 60. Your body has been waiting all night for fuel. Give it what it needs to repair, rebuild, and carry you through the day with confidence and energy. Mistake 4, starting your day with stress or negative input. You might not think that checking your phone first thing in the morning has anything to do with muscle loss. But if your day begins with bad news, frustrating emails, or endless scrolling through social media, your brain registers that input as a form of psychological stress. And for your body, stress is not an abstract concept. It is a physical signal that directly impacts your hormonal balance and cellular function. One of the most important hormones affected by morning stress is cortisol. Often called the alertness hormone, cortisol naturally rises in the morning as part of your circadian rhythm. That's not a bad thing. In fact, a healthy cortisol peak is what helps you feel awake and focused. But when that rise becomes exaggerated due to mental or emotional stress, it shifts your body into fight or flight mode. And when that happens, your nervous system tells your body to prioritize survival over repair. According to a review published in Frontiers in Neuroendocrinology, chronic cortisol elevation is directly linked to reduced muscle mass, impaired tissue regeneration, and even suppressed production of growth hormone. Growth hormone is one of the few tools your body still uses to preserve lean muscle after age 60. When it is suppressed by stress, your ability to recover from daily wear and tear becomes limited. Worse, high cortisol also interferes with insulin sensitivity. That means even if you eat a healthy breakfast, your body may struggle to properly use the nutrients you give it. This creates a metabolic state where muscle cells break down faster than they rebuild, which is a core driver of sarcopenia, and it all begins with what you feed your mind when the day begins. So how do you reverse this? The first step is not what you add, but what you subtract. Avoid reaching for your phone in the first 15 to 20 minutes after waking. Give your brain a chance to wake up without an avalanche of headlines or conflict. Next, choose one calming ritual that takes just a few minutes and helps your nervous system shift into a parasympathetic state. That's the state where digestion improves, muscle repère, and hormone balance returns. Effective practices include slow nasal breathing, where you inhale for 4 seconds and exhale for 6. You can also try a short gratitude list, simply writing down 3 things you appreciate that morning, or step outside and look at the horizon for a few minutes. This activates the visual and balance centers in your brain that naturally reduce sympathetic stress signals. These are not just mindfulness tips. They are biological resets. Starting your morning with calm and clarity protects your muscles just as much as food or exercise. Your emotional tone sends a signal to your entire body. Make sure that signal says you are safe, you are grounded, and you are ready to build. Mistake 5, ignoring natural light and vitamin D. If you're like most seniors, you might start your day indoors, sitting by a window or moving slowly through your kitchen. That might feel peaceful, but for your body, especially your muscles, it might be missing something critical. Your biology is not only fueled by food or exercise, it is deeply influenced by light, and not just any light, but direct morning sunlight that hits your eyes and skin during the first hour after waking. What you may not realize is that your body operates on a 24-hour rhythm called the circadian clock, which controls everything from your hormones to your sleep cycle to your muscle regeneration. And the strongest signal that resets this clock each day is light exposure in the morning. When sunlight enters your eyes, it activates a part of your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. That signal tells your body that it's morning and begins a cascade of events, including lowering melatonin, raising cortisol, and increasing dopamine and testosterone. These hormones are not just mood boosters or energy regulators. They are essential for muscle protection. Testosterone plays a direct role in maintaining lean muscle, bone strength, and daily physical motivation. And yes, even in women over 60, testosterone är still matters. A 2020 review published in Nature Reviews Endocrinology found that older adults who received consistent morning light had better testosterone levels, improved balance, stronger legs, and more consistent sleep quality. Then there is vitamin D. Technically, it functions as a hormone, not just a nutrient. Your muscles have vitamin D receptors built into their tissue, and those receptors play a major role in helping your muscles contract, repair, and respond to exercise. When you are deficient in vitamin D, your muscles feel weaker, your coordination drops, and your risk of falling increases significantly. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that older adults with vitamin D levels above 30 nanograms per milliliter had better strength and faster walking speeds than those who were deficient. But here's the issue. Vitamin D is made in the skin when it is exposed to UVB rays from the sun. And unfortunately, window glass blocks UVB rays completely. So even if you sit by the window or drive in your car during the morning, your skin may not be making any vitamin D at all. Worse, as you age, your skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into this important hormone. That means many seniors have low levels of vitamin D and don't know it. So what can you do? The simplest solution is to spend 5 to 10 minutes outside within the first hour of waking, ideally without sunglasses or windows between you and the sky. You don't need to look directly at the sun. Just being in daylight, especially before 9 a.m., gives your body the cue it needs to reset hormones and begin repair. If you live in a cloudy region or have limited mobility, you might consider a daily vitamin D3 supplement, ideally paired with vitamin K2 to help absorption and support bone health. Natural light is not just for waking up. It's a biological signal that tells your muscles to grow, rebuild, and stay strong. If you've made it this far, then you already understand something important. Muscle loss after 60 is not just about aging. It's about habits. And many of those habits begin before breakfast. You don't need a perfect routine or a full gym membership. You need awareness. You need small, consistent actions. And most of all, you need to believe that your body is still listening. Every morning, you send a message to your muscles. That message can say grow and repair, or it can say shut down and shrink. The difference is in your choices: drinking water before coffee, moving your body early, eating enough protein, starting the day with calm, stepping outside into the light. These aren't complicated steps, but they are powerful signals. The good news is your body still responds. Your muscle cells still remember what strength feels like. Your nervous system still adapts, and your energy can still return no matter where you are right now. You're not too late. You're not too old. You're right on time to start protecting the strength that carries you through life. So here's your challenge. Pick one of the 5 changes and start tomorrow morning. Write it down tonight. Prepare what you need. Tell your body, I'm showing up, and then follow through. You might be surprised at how fast it responds. If this message helped you see your mornings differently, consider sharing it with someone you care about. And if you'd like more guidance like this, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and let us know what change you'll try first. Your next chapter of strength doesn't begin in a gym. It begins with your morning. Let's make it count.